the Supreme Court is going to recreate many of the rights of the accused to give even more protections. Included amongst these expanded protections is the famous case of Miranda v. Arizona in 1966, in which the Supreme Court said that the Fifth Amendment doesn't mean simply that you can't be compelled to be a witness against yourself, but that a certain statement with which we're all well aware, the Miranda statement, would need to be given to somebody before they would be in a custodial interrogation. Now, the Supreme Court's going to take a conservative turn. This turn will start as early as 1990, but this turn has become a hard turn to the right in 2022. Starting in 1990, the Supreme Court started to scale back what it was that Congress could legislate and stop deferring, and finding that more matters were in fact within the powers of states. But in 2022, the Supreme Court is going to come down with transformative decisions. One of these is Dobbs v. Jackson. In this case, the Supreme Court overruled Roe v. Wade and decided that abortion is an issue that states have the power to regulate. So too, in 2022, in a case called New York Pistol and Rifle Association versus Bruin, the Supreme Court decided that the right to bear arms is one that extends in public and not simply within a home, although states may license. So as we're looking towards the future of the Supreme Court and its priorities as we have this turn towards a more conservative court, this is what we can probably anticipate. We can probably anticipate that this court will remain concerned with the structural issues. By that we mean separation of powers as well as federalism. And we may be assured that this Supreme Court is going to take the First and Second Amendments very seriously, especially the rights that are associated with freedom of religion. Now, as we have seen, the Supreme Court has recreated itself many times throughout our history. And some people are concerned when we go through a time of change that this can be deeply destabilizing. But I want to recall the genius of the founders. The Supreme Court is also kept in check. We exist within a system of checks and balances. And the Supreme Court will not go so far as to challenge Congress and the President should some kind of consensus emerge. So once again, the original Constitution continues to be amongst the greatest protections that we have for our liberties.